So that 7 Days to Die, what's that like?
I don't know, never played it. I think it's just another one of those zombie survival games, frankly. I got DayZ and I thought, wow, what a waste of money. No offense to people who like DayZ, but if I want to play a game that, you know, you have to wait ages and everything, I'd like it to be an actual rewarding game, like Elite Dangerous, where I can listen to podcasts and everything. But in DayZ, if you listen to a podcast and someone runs up to you and they say on voice chat, okay, put your hands behind your head in 3 seconds or I shoot you. And then I take 10 seconds to tab out, pause the podcast and go, hey, sorry, what was that? And he's already shot me in the face. And then I have to start again. It's, oh, well, great. And saying that, like, in the standalone, there are no zombies. Like, anywhere. You can't find any, or any players or anything. Well, I found one player and I hit him in the face with an axe, and then it was just like, well, I'm alone now, but, oh, shit. If I hadn't killed him, he would have killed me, so, yeah.
I used to have such good times on the Arma 2 mod of that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I heard the Arma
had
2 one's
one
actually
where
better.
Yeah, we had ones where I joined up with, like, a new friend would arrive and they'd be running down the beach, and then you'd see someone else coming down after him.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, he's got a friend. And then you see the other guy pull out an axe. And you're like, ooh, uh-oh. So then me and the other buddy who were waiting were had some basic but military weapons, like some old 1940s, 1950s AKs,
Yeah.
and some bolt-action rifles, and just sitting up on a lighthouse waiting
Yep.
to see what he would do. And obviously started chasing with his axe, and quite the entertaining time watching him suddenly panic and change direction with his axe and run around in circles.
Oh, good
'Cause,
times.
you're expecting an easy kill for beans. It should just be called Bean Hunter,
Bean Hunter. What, Daisy?
the game.
Bean Hunter. Bean Hunter Simulator. I'd play that. Yeah, I probably would. You know what I have been getting into a lot more recently is FTL. Just because, I don't know why,
Yes.
mainly because I used to be terrible at it. Because,
Quite
yeah, and then I rage quit because I played through it 30 times and the only ship I ever unlocked was the NG Cruiser. And
Oh, yeah,
I played through it 30 times, didn't find a single one. And then I shit you not, okay, I started playing it again recently, and every single playthrough, I had one. Thing is, I got the Zoltan ship, and I played through as the Zoltan ship, and got the Zoltan ship one again, and then I finished the game as the Zoltan ship, and I got the Mantis ship, and then as the Mantis ship, I got the Mantis unlock event, which I didn't do, because, well, I wasn't, because usually if I go to like a Mantis sector, I'll get all the stuff for the ship thing, but I already had the ship, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I found the stasis pod with the crystal guy. Although I sold him at I sold him because it was either do I want to keep this for the very remote chance that I find the Zoltan thing, or do I want to get this cloaking device? So I sold him, and I didn't find the Zoltan research thing, so I was fine. If I had though, I would have been really pissed at myself. But yeah. And then I found the crystal guy again in another place, and it's just I keep finding them. I don't know if they've tweaked it or whether I was just so unlucky. I think it was just terrible.
Terrible
luck.
luck.
Yeah. But now that you can actually unlock ships by completing the game, it actually adds a reason for me to keep trying to complete the game. So it's been good. I've been getting a lot more into it. And yeah.
Yeah, that update they did.
The Advanced
was
Edition.
a really good idea, I think. Yeah.
Advanced Edition was great. Although
I'll
the flat cannon
I
is
didn't beat the
overpowered.
game my first time. It took me 2 goes.
It took you 2 goes to beat the game.
Yeah, so
It took
it's pretty hard again.
It took me like 40 goes to complete the game. Okay, don't feel bad. two goes. That's quite good.
Yeah, but I'm Agonarch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
I have a very high opinion of myself.
Yeah. Oh, only second go completed the game on hardest difficulty on an FTL. Oh no. Oh, I'm a failure. And everyone's like, what the hell? What's wrong with this guy? It's like when we got Sins, and then I saw you playing it immediately, and I'm like, shouldn't you be doing your collaborative warfare turn? You're like, yeah, but I've got to be ready for when we play, and you're just playing it non-stop. I'm like, okay, and then I get into it, I'm like, I haven't played it for months and months, and I was thinking, oh, Agonarch, so he was just doing the tutorials, just getting the ropes, and I get in and realise you just become like a master at it overnight.
Well, I've hardly played the original Sins.
Oh, I haven't played it. It's too slow. I got bored. Like I think
So
Star
the,
Trek, I think the Armada mod is perfect. They've balanced it so it's slow. Much I think Galactic Empire is too fast. So it's slow, but it's not too slow. But the original one is about the same production times and everything as Armada, if a little slower. But the combat, nothing does any damage. You sit there for half an hour, like when you're doing your initial expansion.
You try to stop it escaping, and
I know, but when you do your initial expansion, you're taking planets and stuff. It takes about 3 hours to actually get your first few planets, because the neutrals you just even if you're really powerful and you beat them, it takes about half an hour just to kill the bloody ships, and it drives me insane. And yeah, so I much prefer Star Trek Armada, and obviously the fact that I'm a Trekkie, I love Star Trek, so it's just far better. So I actually only bought it for the Star Trek and Star Wars mods. Saying that, Sins of the Prophets is apparently very good. The Halo one.
Oh,
and
really?
If we ever played, have you ever played Halo?
A little bit.
I mean, I used to be a massive Halo fanboy. I played 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, and 4. Although I haven't got 5, and I've got tired of it. After 4, I was like, I can see where this is going. This is turning into Space Call of Duty. And after seeing 5, I'm very sure it's Space Call of Duty now. But I think 1, 2, and 3 and Reach were really, really impressive games. So yeah, I used to be a massive Halo fanboy, so I still know a little more lore than I'm proud of. So just enough lore to make you sad. And I think I would quite like to play it, because the pirates are actually the Flood, which is interesting. And people apparently, what happens is people underestimate. You can't pay them or anything, but people underestimate them, and all you have to do is let your guard down on one system where you're building a fleet and you don't have sufficient defenses, and you're screwed, because what they do is they launch one little ship at you, but that launches spores, and they're like little fighters, but if they touch anything you own, it joins them. So they can quickly go from being a tiny little pest, and if you have loads of ships with like flak, so they can take out fighters, then no problem, you can wipe them out instantly. But if you're building a fleet, and then one of them arrives, and your entire fleet is taken from you, they can decimate the entire galaxy, and you can lose to pirates just immediately.
Shit. That's
so
crazy.
Apparently they're kind of like the Borg in the sense that early game they're okay, but late game they're unstoppable.
Plus they're in every game, unlike the Borg.
Yeah. So but they're pirates as well, as I said. So it's interesting. I'm gonna stack up some of this ice into little piles. Right. So the cargo container is almost full, and I'm out of power almost. So I'm gonna take the Gecko back to base. And
I'll just give you a second to grab one last load of silicon then, and I'll be with you.
And I'm driving.
Are you sure? I've proven that I can survive one drive.
Yeah, you can survive rolling.
Yeah, I mean, I've had more experience with aggressive driving.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not going to drive aggressively. Right, so I'm just waiting for you, so just grab what you can and just get back up here.
Yeah, I just reach the silicon, so
Okay, doke. I'm going to check the amount of power this has. This power will be depleted in 9 hours, so yeah, we've got more than enough power with these solar panels, actually. I mean, I know it's not driving right now, but yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, we got a battery. It charges up when we're
the battery's where is the battery? I can't see it. I can't see the battery, but yeah. Oh yeah, it's on one charge. There we go. But the reason why you can't scrap them down and get the power cells back is because when you make them, they're on 1/4 charge. That's why you have to make new power cells, because just to compensate for that, to make them less overpowered.
Oh, that makes sense.
And this solar panel's annoying me because it's not directly in the middle; it's slightly to the side because you can't build them right in the middle.
Well, now you can pick it up and move it to the other side. It's probably a good idea, actually. We could use
I don't think we need
cage.
3. We don't need 3, so I'll do that in a minute. Just get on board.
All right.
Yeah, and that'll stop annoying my OCD as well. So.
All right, I'm on.
Right, let's go. Let's go back to Startickler. Startickler. Priceless. Okay.
Don't drive past the base.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drive past the base. I'm not you. I'm not gonna.
No, I'm just saying.
It.
There's nothing past the base that's worth seeing.
Oh, okay. Right. So is this pretty much all the resources in this entire crater are in this little... I'm surprised you managed to go over the whole thing. I'm saying that this thing can get quite fast, and yeah, you were doing it for a little while. Right, we really need to finish Startickler, don't we? It looks pretty ugly right now.
Yeah. So just past Startickler, there isn't a huge hole.
Wait a second. Wait a second. I'm looking for a hole now. What am I looking for?
Should be anywhere here. Just look for wrinkles in the
Oh,
floor.
hello. Is this where the gecko lost the solar panel?
Maybe. Hit the ground pretty
You can
hard.
see it. Oh god, I don't. I'll see it in your footage, I guess, if you ever upload it. Your channel is pretty much entirely dedicated to collaborative warfare, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's really funny that Well, actually, you had a decent amount of subs and a decent amount of views and stuff on your Guns of Icarus and all that.
That's true. Yeah.
And you're doing good. But then I was like, oh, I found you on Reddit, wasn't it? That
Yeah, that's right.
And I think you had about a couple of hundred subs, didn't you? Somehow. Yeah, and then I asked you to join, and then suddenly you're up to 1,000 subs, just basically entirely because of collaborative warfare, which is
pretty much.
yeah, which is it. But basically the whole channel is dedicated to it, which I find quite amusing. Anyway, we need to build our refinery. All of the components are in the cargo container because I melted down the actually yeah
The other one.
Yeah. So if you want to get onto building that, I will unload the gecko and I'll get myself charged back up with energy. Although I know the gecko charged me up. So yeah, I'll unload the gecko. If you want to start building the refinery and the assembler and all that good stuff and get it connected, possibly by connectors and all that good stuff.
Big thing, this refinery. I'm gonna need some.
Yeah, you need a lot of space. So yeah, we are never going to run out of ice. We've got a lot. And every time we go mining in this little, well, I guess it's a lake, but there's no water, so I guess a frozen lake.
Yeah, it's a lake. It's a lake.
Yeah, I guess it's a lake. I remember when you first landed, and you were like, "Oh, it's a lake. I bet there's water," and you flew into it about.
Bang!
Yeah. And you were like, "That water was surprisingly hard." It was that was interesting. And I landed in like the Slender Forest, and it was really creepy. Because what people don't know is it took us about like 3 attempts to get this series going. The first time we just basically landed in really dumb places. We landed at night, and the rotation period was set to like almost what it's meant to be, so 24-hour days. So we were stuck at nighttime.
Yeah.
And then we moved to basically the desert, and so there was no ice, there was no ore, and it was just terrible. And then what did we do next? Oh yeah, then we landed on a mountain, and I believe the ship got deleted, and we thought ice meant snow, so we landed in a snowy mountain without any ice nearby. And then I think our 4th attempt was this one. Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it?
It was.
It was funny though.
A few false starts.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
We got there in the end.
Yeah. And now we've got Startickler base, and we've got everything set up and the gecko, and it's all going well. I probably spoke too soon, but
Everything is fine.
everything is awesome.
Everything is good when you're part of a team.
Yay! Will they be able to work together? Or will they just find ways to kill themselves and each other in stupid ways? Hint, it isn't the first one. Whoa, shameless plug for my own trailer. It's weird that more people watch the first episode than actually watch the trailer, which is interesting. Well, I'm saying that's the same for everything, really, including collaborative warfare. But
yeah.
Wow, this cargo container is actually almost full. Well, it's 2/3 full. We might have to build another one soon. But saying that, we've got the components. It's weird that a cargo container can contain all the components for another cargo container.
I guess you can put a box in a box, right? As long as it's not assembled.
I guess, yeah. But still. It's slightly more complicated than a box. It's all metally and stuff.
Yeah, it's got its own built-in
stuff.
Yeah, like it can send stuff out to other parts and.
Anyway, if you want to work on Startickler, So just
Mhm.
weld all the stuff, build everything we need, build the assemblers, get everything online. I'm going to go out and I'm going to keep mining after I reposition this solar panel.
We had a little concerned about the number of steel plates we have.
Steel plates,
We're
so
about
we need
halfway
iron.
through them.
Oh, we
We
need
have a
iron.
lot, but
Yeah. But we need
being
iron,
halfway
don't
through
we?
them already is a bit of a.
Right, so I'm going to go on a little quest to find us some iron.
Yeah.
No?
If we can get iron, that should be everything, really. I mean, we've got magnesium, we've got silicon.
Yeah, well, we need like silver and stuff for very specific things, but for
Yeah. I think
yeah,
we'll be alright.
yeah, we'll be fine.
Just work around most of it.
So but yeah, it's only very specific stuff that requires that sort of thing, so we should be okay. So yeah, I think iron is probably our biggest priority right now. We've got our uranium. I think we've got more than enough uranium, to be honest. So I'm going to go out. Probably going to have to leave the crater, and I'm going to go find us some iron. So you want to get the base up and running. And once you've got everything going, we've got ourselves a good little compound. You put some walkways up, make it look nice. And then I guess we'll build our radio antenna and see if we can contact somebody. Which would be cool. See if we can get rescued. Although I highly doubt it. Considering, you know... Wow.
The incident.
Well,
It's a shame, really.
there aren't really many people left to come find us. Not that it was our fault at all.
No,
No,
Oh.
no, of course not. Why would you even
Suppose so.
suggest that, Agonarch?
I didn't. I didn't.
Right, I need to find a good place to exit this crater. I mean, if it was daytime,
you can
it'd
get-
help, but
Wait. You can get better drills.
can you?
Yeah, apparently you can make them.
A better hand drill. Oh, that's a great idea. We'll have to build some of those.
So, the first one, iron, nickel, silicon. We have all that. Enhanced, we can do that as well. It's just you have to make it in the assembler. Proficient needs some silver, and elite needs some platinum. And they all need iron, so that'll be
Yeah,
our...
so we need some iron, essentially. It's just more reasons to go find iron.